Mobile games weren't the progress we were hoping for in gaming. Instead of them pushing our phone's hardware to become a worthy competitor for consoles and PC, we get the worst mechanics in gaming's history. Instead of being able to grind away at whatever game you're playing, you have your progress bottlenecked for no good reason. Whenever you run out of lives or energy, you have to wait for them to recharge or cough up some money so you can continue playing. On top of the already very slow progress you can make in the game and the inability to grind, your bottlenecked progress can be made easier and faster by loot boxes and microtransactions. Most of us won't mind it. Most of the playtime through your phone is while you're in the toilet, and even if you take your sweet time there, those limited lives and energy aren't a big deal at all. They're very easy to put up with because the game you're playing is free and the developer has to make their money back somehow. Mobile gaming didn't create the freemium model or the limited energy and lives. It only amplified those terrible aspects of gaming and completely normalized them to a whole new generation of gamers that are now completely fine with paying for gameplay advantage and progress. When it comes to that, Brawl Stars is the most popular and biggest offender. The main goal of the game is to get as many trophies as you can, and it's essentially the way you're measured against other players. The way you get trophies is by winning individual matches. If you lose a match, you would then lose trophies as well, just like you would in any other ranked system. The problem with the Brawl Stars ranking system is that your trophies are not strictly tied to your profile, but rather your individual characters. Let's say you have 500 trophies in total and 2 characters unlocked. One character with 500 trophies and the other has absolutely 0. The 500 trophies character would put you in matches against the best players in the game because you're matched by each character's trophy amount rather than your overall trophy amount. So if you're one of the top ranked players in the world and you unlock a newly released character, you would play against either terrible players who can't even touch you or other players with a small amount of trophies tied to their character. That means that if you want to get to the top and reach the highest ranks in the game, you can't just play your best with one character. You're better off unlocking all of them and winning against the low-ranked enemies. That means that if you compare players with the same level of skill, the one with more characters unlocked would be ranked higher and have more trophies just because he has more characters and therefore more trophies that can be easily won. You can write it off as not the best game design, but it's absolutely terrible and predatory because the only way to unlock new characters is by getting a certain amount of trophies or by opening loot boxes. Even if you do manage to power through with the few characters you have and unlock all the available characters through the milestones, you would end up with 11 of them out of 43, one that you get for free in the beginning, and 10 more that are unlocked through trophy milestones. The other 32 are unlocked with gems through the shop or with loot boxes. This means that microtransactions and loot boxes are tied to progress in-game. Before Brawl Stars moved to the Battle Pass system, for every 100 tokens made in-game, you would get the worst loot boxes in the game with the lowest chances to unlock a new character. With a 200 tokens cap and you gaining 20 tokens every 2 hours and 24 minutes, you could ideally earn 2 of the worst loot boxes in-game, and with 10-star tokens that you can get over 2 or 3 days, you would have gotten a medium-sized loot box. With 2 rolls at a chance to get a character, you're pretty much forced to buy loot boxes or characters with gems because you were only limited to 3 boxes on average if you want to be charitable and account for bonus tokens and the occasional medium-sized loot box you can get. Now, with the Battle Pass monetization scheme, which is usually a good thing, you can't even get those 3 free boxes a day. We're on Season 4 currently in the Battle Pass, which is 70 days long. You can earn 51 chests for free in-game without purchasing the Battle Pass. After you earn all of them, you need to wait for the next season if you want to earn more. Admittedly, the Battle Pass boxes are ones with a better chance than the 3 boxes per day average, which totals in 210 small boxes overall compared to 51 of varying rarity. Not only do you get less boxes with the Battle Pass, they're also harder to come by. Despite you not getting chests anymore for every 100 tokens you make, you're still capped for the amount of tokens you can get each day for free, but each level on the Battle Pass actually requires more and more tokens as you progress. So now, when I'm on level 17, I actually need 400 tokens to get to the next box in the Battle Pass, which you don't get on every level, by the way. You do have 2 daily quests, which are worth 200 tokens, and special event quests every week on top of 5,750 tokens that can be earned through free quests that can take more than a while to complete. That means that compared to the past, where you would play less and take your daily free tokens, you now have to grind through the quests, log in every day for your free tokens, and still get less boxes, which are bottlenecked by a season every 70 days. The game previously limited your progress by forcing you to wait for more tokens so you can get more chests. Now they make you wait for a new season so you can get more chests while forcing you to grind quests if you want to get them. Don't think we forgot about the gems. You can get gems for free from the boxes you get, but you'd have to save them for a long while before you can buy a champion or even a single box. The best way to get them is obviously by paying money. Take for example the special offer for one of the rarest characters in the game, 350 gems, which will cost you $20 in real money. If you decide to take a gamble and open 7 mega boxes instead for the same price, you might get him, or just another character with lower rarity. If you thought that was pay to win enough, that's not the end. Each character can level up to gain more hit points, damage, and overall better stats. How do you level them up? By getting experience. How do you get experience? By playing the game? No, because that would make too much sense. You gain experience from the loot boxes or by buying it from the store, and sadly, that's not where it ends. You need to also pay coins once you have the sufficient amount of experience to level up your character, and you guessed it right, you earn coins by opening boxes or exchanging gems for them, which are gained through boxes or real-life purchases. Two separate currencies for no good reason. Not only do you get better stats for leveling up, but you also get access to your character's star power, which grants you a powerful passive ability, usually that will give you gameplay advantages over other players. And you guessed it again, you get your star power through the boxes, and the same goes for the gadgets, which are similar to the star power but are not locked behind a level requirement. There's zero justification for two currencies in the same game, and both of them being only available to you through loot boxes and real-life purchases. There's zero justification for an experience system in the game that is solely obtained from loot boxes. Every single aspect of this game and its entire progress is centered around the loot boxes and microtransactions. It's super predatory, and it's probably the most predatory game in the world because while most of you who are watching this video are adults, and the gameplay can be fun for you as well, this game is mostly played by children. Those children will get together every day in school and shame the one kid that has the least amount of trophies. That kid would obviously want to get more of them, and he might be a better player than all of his friends, but because you need more champions to get trophies and the only way to get them is through loot boxes and real money, the kid has to get their parents to buy boxes for them or gems for real money so they can unlock more characters and have more trophies. It's deliberately designed that way, so they can get the kid to cry to their parents and beg them to pay more money for the game. On top of the super predatory nature of the game, and its every aspect tied to real-life purchases and funneling you into making those purchases, the game teaches the kids a bad lesson. Their time spent grinding in-game is meaningless. Their skill and merit is meaningless because their friend Timmy had his rich dad unlock all the characters for him, and therefore he can get way more trophies than you no matter how bad he is or how good you are. Because at the end of the day, it's not your hard work or time put in the process that matters. Don't get me wrong, Brawl Stars is a good game when it comes to gameplay and content. It's the purposely terrible progression design and predatory nature of the game that makes it so bad.